By the end of this video, you will be able to start your journey in HTML and CSS. Hello everyone, my name is Zenit20 and today I'll be brushing over a few basics of HTML so that you can understand how the code works and how it affects the web page. First tag which we will write will be the doctype HTML. Doctype HTML tells the web browser that this is a HTML file or an HTML web page. First of all, we'll start off with the doctype HTML, then we'll write the HTML opening and closing tag, and here will be the rest of the web page information which will go in the HTML tags. Everything, the rest of the web page will go in it, all of the content you could say. So in the HTML tags, we will now start off with another tag, and that is the header tag or the head tag. In the head tag, we put information such as the title of the web page or the CSS or anything which will be processed before the web page actually loads. We'll proceed on with making another tag, that is the body tag. In the body tag goes the rest of your information. It could be the content, the paragraph. We will add the title, which is the title seen on the top of your browser. Currently we have the title of webpage.html, but we can change that. So let us give it a title. After giving the title, we could also add CSS, but we'll discuss that in another later video. So in the body tag, we'll put the paragraph tags. The paragraph tag is notated with a P tag. Note that all of these tags which I am explaining right now, all of these tags are having a opening and a closing tag. Almost all of which I am going to explain in this tutorial will have an opening and closing tag. So in the paragraph tag, you add information. Usually any information which is not written in between any tag is rendered straight away onto the web page. But it's a good practice to put your content within paragraph tags if it's a paragraph. We can also add comments. Why are we going to place comments in our HTML file? It is because so that we can clarify text. Right now our code is not that much cluttered, but later on when you will be writing more code, especially when you will be doing internal CSS, your code can become very cluttered, and to prevent that from happening, we can add comments. So for the comment, the syntax of the tag is angular bracket of course, and then the exclamation mark, 2 hyphens, and then in that you will write the content, and then the ending part of the tag will be 2 hyphens and the closing tag. So as you can see, this is an example of a self-closing tag. That means it does not has any closing tags, it's a self-closing tag. In between this you can add any information you'd like. However, it won't be rendered by the web page. The web browser, it won't show the text on the web browser, but it will be seen in your HTML file, and it's really a good practice for you and for other people who will be viewing the code. Now that we are done with a few basics, let us do one fun thing which you could do with HTML, and that is tables. Usually you might have used Excel for creating tables, and you might have known about rows and columns. Now in HTML there is nothing such as columns, but instead every information is written row wise. So for creating a basic table in HTML, we start off with a table tag. All of these tags are going to have an opening and closing tag. The table tags show that a table is about to start. In between the table opening and closing tag, we'll add the TR, the table row. In the table row, we add the information. So in the table row shows that we are adding a row to it. Because there are no columns, the table row is going to take its place. So in the table row, we can add two things. One is the TH, which is the table header. One is the TD, which is the table data. Table data is for any information you'd like to add. For example, you add information on different type of fruits. In that, the different type of fruits will be your table data, whereas the heading of the row will be your TH, which will be the table header. Now, first of all, we'll add a table header, and note that HTML automatically makes the information which is added in between the table header bold, and that's really a good thing. So now we can add in the first row a table header, and then we can add a table data. The amount of table header or table data you're entering in one row shows how long the table row will stretch. So if you added one table header and one table data, that will make 2 columns technically speaking. So in the second table row, all you have to do, you can copy the rest of it, and then let's give an information in it. Now when we will load this, we will see that the information is there, but it does not look like a table. It looks more like of a paragraph tag or an H or a title tag, but technically it is a table. So now that we're done with the table, let us do a little bit of CSS, not the internal one because that will be an advanced one. And if you really are interested in advanced CSS, you can go and check out another video of mine where I'll explain each of the CSS types and format in detail. So for now, let's go with inline CSS, which of course you might have heard of and you might have also used a lot. In inline CSS, we add the styles within a tag. So to start off with the style, we type after the opening tag, in the opening tag we type style, the equal sign, and then the quotation. Within these quotations, we're going to add the rest of the styles. So let us see if our table is actually there. In the table, we're going to add a style and we're going to add a border. Why? Because we want to know if the table is technically there or not. Then we're going to add a border. Now the border takes in some values. So the first value it takes is the width of the border. It could be in pixels, centimeters, any value you would like. So we're going to give it a value of 5 pixels width, and then it takes in another value which is the color, of course. So we'll stick with black color right now, and then it takes a very nice value in it, and that is the border style. Border style means what kind of border you would like. There are many styles of border. For example, dotted, dashed, double, solid. Solid is the default border style in which there is a single line drawn, and in the double it is just like the solid, but it is repeated twice with a slight margin in between, and the dotted is just like a dotted. And now for now we're going to stay with the solid, and once now we are done with that, you will see that it draws a border around the table, and that actually shows us that the table is technically there. Now we could also add many things like the padding in between the rows, but we are going to do that in a later video. And if you're really interested in these tables, I have made a very special video on explaining in detail how you can make tables, their cells. So that was the basic video, and I hope you had understood how you could start writing code in HTML.